back to my channel, The Transparent Homeschool. My name is Beth, and if you've not been around here before, I have 3 kids and I homeschool 2 of them, an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. And this video is going to be a flip through, kind of me talking about how I use a particular part of our curriculum. Now, what I'm going to be talking about today is Song School Latin, Book 1. And the reason that I'm making this video is because in the beginning of this year, when I was planning and all of that, my husband and I decided that we wanted to teach our kids Latin. Now, we didn't want a super aggressive approach. We just wanted it to be real gentle and fun. And we remember seeing these books at the homeschool conventions in the past that we had been to. So like any responsible homeschooling parent, I jumped on YouTube to kind of figure out what the curriculum was about, how to use it, and things like that. And to my disappointment, can you believe that there is not a whole bunch of videos on Song School Latin Book 1? So that's what this is going to be. I'm going to kind of give you a flip through of the teacher's manual, of the workbook, and then I also found some other materials that I am supplementing to also fill in our week. This is, like I said, a super gentle approach. There's not a whole lot to get you to that full week of content. You can, kind of the way that I did it, I did want it to be an everyday exposure to Latin, just so that my kids are retaining it and they're getting exposed every day to it. Now, I'm going to show you what I have made. This is just my plan. If you feel like you want to be a gentle approach where it's just like 1 or 2 days a week, that's fine. This is just how my husband and I decided that we wanted to approach Latin for year 1. So the first thing that my husband and I did after we bought the teacher's manual and the workbooks was to go and find more reinforcement for the material that they were using. So the first place that I thought I would look is here at the Classical Academic Press website, which is who made Song School Latin. And so I thought that if anywhere I could find something here. And so basically I went to the search and I put in Song School Latin. And when I searched it, there were just so many different things. So like I already had the CD. I already had like the whole pack with like the flashcards and everything. And so as I was scrolling, I found this, which was the online practice bundle. And it's only $20. And there's so many activities here to do. So you get like a game that you can print out. You get like a few online games too, coloring pages, lap book activities, a few extra videos, and then a few worksheets that go with the extra videos. But man, I was like, oh, this is so cool. So I went ahead and I bought it for $20, and boy, am I glad that I did. So in your library, when you buy something, it pops up here. And so this is what I did, the Song School Latin Book 1. And the teaching audio and the teaching video, this is what comes in your like bundle when you get it. So like the workbook and the teacher manual, you get the DVD set and then the CD. So that's what this is. But you can also just stream it right off of the internet, which is super cool too, if you didn't want to lug all the stuff around. And then here is what I'm using to beef up the Latin curriculum. So here is the Flash Dash. This is just an online game. And then this is the board game that you print out. And I'll show you this in a little bit. Coloring pages, there's like 4 pages per chapter, which really keeps them busy. So I use those. I downloaded them all as PDFs and printed them out. Jungle Jump is also an online game. It's really fun. However, a bit disappointing is that there's only 4 chapters to choose from. And so it is a bit of a review that I use it for. I don't necessarily use it as part of the like curriculum, but I do use it now and again, just kind of for fun. And then lap books. Man, these lap books are so cool. There's so many different activities for each unit. I'll show you how I use those. And then these are different videos. They're not super long, but they are different videos. And then down here at the bottom, there are just worksheets that pertain to these videos up here. And so if you're looking to beef up your Song School Latin 1
I would highly recommend getting this, or at least downloading the sample and just looking through it, because it's definitely proved to be very valuable in our homeschool.
So when you initially buy the program, you get the teacher's edition, the workbook back here, the DVD set, and the flashcards. So the flashcards just come in one big chunk, and what I did is I went ahead and I organized them by chapters, and this is a really cool, like, as you can tell, they're all like color coded, so those are like red, and then these are green, and these are orange and blue. And so these make a really fun game, and we do those about once a week, maybe every couple of weeks, but these are a really good way to reinforce what you're learning. And then you get the DVD set, and the DVD set comes with 3 DVDs. We are currently on the second one, obviously. And it's just a really good way, again, and my kids love the DVDs. They just absolutely love them. They're funny and very informative. Next is the workbook. Now, it says the CD is included in the back, which is true. And so in the back of all of the books is the CD. I've had to open this one, but you just pop that in, and it tells you what tracks to listen to, what week. Again, my husband and I looked at this curriculum for a while, and we realized that this is just such a gentle approach. It's such a nice and easy approach to Latin. And so in the beginning of the workbook, here's just the table of contents, and here is some like pronunciation, and then it kind of just gets started with chapter 1. And so again, as we go through, I just love how each of the chapter is basically broken down the same. There's the words that you're going to be learning at the top here. And then the chapter song, it tells you the track. And then here are some of the different activities that you can do. And then it goes on to chapter 11, same kind of setup here. So that's what you're getting in the workbook. And the teacher's edition, like I said, this is kind of a disappointment to me, because in most teacher manuals, you open it up and it gives you, like a table of contents. And then kind of around this area is how you should use the curriculum, like, how many days a week you should use it and all those things. There's none of that here. It just jumps into the table of contents. And then if you notice, it just jumps right into a replica of the student workbook. I mean, these are really like simple instructions in the workbook, so I don't need an entire book to tell me the answers. And I kind of wish that they would have just said, like in the beginning of the teacher manual, like how to use the program, but they didn't. And so when I bought it, I was so confused, and it was just a really, really hard to make myself a program. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. It's a nice answer key, and that's fine, but I really wish they would have been a little bit more direct with how to use it. The one thing, though, that I really enjoy about this teacher's manual is in the back, they do have extra worksheets that you can use. And at the top, it says what chapter it is, and it's usually about 1 page per chapter. However, on the review chapters, it will say review on the top, and there's usually a couple there for the review. And so these are some of the worksheets that they offer. I printed them all out, put them in my kids' binders. So basically, through the week, they are doing the extra worksheets in the back of this, their workbook, their coloring pages from the Classical Academic Press website, and the Lapbook activities. So now that you've seen everything that comes with this, I'm going to go ahead and show you my kids' binders. So here's my son's binder, and the first thing you're going to notice right here is his Lapbook. And I'll get to this in a second. So as the first thing you see is the coloring pages, and again, I just printed them off of the website, and they went right in here, and we do the coloring pages for each chapter. It says what chapter it is down here. And so I kind of broke it up to where they're doing about 2 coloring pages twice a week. Then in the back here, I divided it from their coloring pages to the worksheets. These are the ones found in the back of the teacher's manual. And so again, there's just one per chapter. It's very simple. It's very manageable. The instructions are incredibly easy, especially for the kids to read themselves. And so I find that they really don't need too much help when they do this, which is really, really great. I love curriculums and activities that are self-led. I think that's great. So this is their binder, and in the front they have their lap book, and we do this once a week, the activity that it says to do for each chapter, and then they just put it where it does instruct you in the instructions. Now I'm going to show you how I put everything together and the schedule that I created for Latin in our homeschool. Here is my teacher manual, and this is kind of my command center for Latin. And so I'll get to this in a second. So these are the different chapters, and I just, I organized them by tabs. It made it really simple and easy to find what I needed. I'm going to come back here though. This is a pretty realistic week for our Latin. So on Monday we watch the DVD that goes along with the chapter, and then we do the worksheets in their binders. Then I do a flashcard review sometimes. And then on Tuesday, we listen to the CD track that it tells us to in their workbooks. We do their workbook pages. We do some coloring pages. On Wednesday, we watch the same lesson that we did on Monday. We finish up the coloring pages and the workbook pages. And then on Thursday, we do the lap book activity for that week. We listen to the whole CD up till that point, and then they get to do an online activity. And so I'm going to come to this week so I can show you how I keep track of all the lap book activities. So for these, it's really simple. I just got some page protectors, and I put them behind each week that they're going to be. So this is going to be chapter 20, and so here's chapter 20 for the week. And then on Thursday, it says to do the lap book activity. I'll pull these out of the page protector, and I'll give them to my kids to do. Same thing with chapter 21. Here is the week, and then here are the lap book activities. And so it's a very easy way for me to keep control of like where we are, how to track what we're doing, and just keep all of my papers in one spot, because you know, homeschool moms don't have enough papers. But so that's how I organize my week. And if you have any questions about this, just go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I will try and explain as best I can. So this is the board game Jungle Journey, and when you download the board game, it comes with a whole bunch of stuff for you to cut out. And so these are some of the game pieces that you can use, and they just stand up, and then you can move them around your game board. It comes with the finish and start cards, depending on where you're starting on your game. These banana trophy cards, which are pretty cool. And then lastly, a whole bunch of these banana cards, and these are what you collect throughout the game, and eventually will determine who is the winner. And I'll show you how you earn those in a second. So I keep all of those pieces in this little bag so that I can have them when I need them. So now this is the actual board game that you print off, and so it comes with the instructions. So when you print it out, here are the instructions. It tells you how to play, what everything is worth, and then it comes with the game boards. Now the game boards, there's a lot of them because they're based on units, and so this will be unit 1, chapters 1 through 4, unit 2, and so on and so forth. But the super cool thing about it is, like, so with the start and the finish cards in here, you would put them right here. If you were just doing this game board, you would put the start card here and the finish card here, and this would be your game. And so as you can look here, there's like different things for you to do, and it tells you like if you get this right, then you get 1 banana and all kinds of different things. Here's a shortcut. But then as you're going throughout your course, you connect the different game boards together, and it makes a really nice path. And so again, we're going to have like a whole bunch, maybe 6 or 7 of these game boards by the end of the year, making a really, really fun Latin game. And it's really fun There's a lot of review that goes on here, and the kids really enjoy it. It can get a little bit competitive, so if you have a competitive family, I don't know, maybe not the best for you. But we do pretty good with board games, and so like I said, I got this off of the Classical Academic Press website, and everything else that I showed you, all of the coloring pages and the lap book activities, those also came from the website. So again, such a great value for what I paid. We use basically everything on that bundle that I bought in our Latin program. Everything that I have purchased off of there I'm using, and it is a really nice, beefy, but yet gentle approach the first year for Latin, so I'm pretty excited about it. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. But if you were interested in Song School Latin Book 1, I have given you a pretty thorough flip through and kind of just how I use it in my homeschool. And it works for us. It's very organized, it's well laid out, and so I know what we're doing every day, and the kids are pretty much like catching on to our rhythm as well. And so if they know that it's time to watch the DVD, my son will basically just go and do it for me. And so like I said, the DVDs are great. They're really informative. They're really just cute and well put together videos. And again, this program, my husband and I are pretty confident that is just a really great way to introduce Latin. They do have a year 2, and so I'm pretty sure we're gonna go with the book 2 next year. But like I said, when I went to look for information on Song School Latin year 1, I couldn't find anything, and so this is why I made this video. So again, if you guys found it helpful, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video really soon. Bye!